Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So today we were going to talk about the death of Mr. Geronimo. Fact of the case. One dead body was discovered lying on the floor of an apartment before the security guard called the police station. The dead body was identified as Geronimo de la Torre, owner of the apartment 1014. The findings affirms that the victim was killed by a gunshot wound in the head that resulted to his sudden death. With the conducted investigation, it shows that the person who saw the dead body was a certain person named Istong, who works for the maintenance of the apartment. The dead body was found around 3:30 to 5 o'clock p.m. and was later reported to Brian, the security guard, which Brian reported the incident to the police station.
The CCTV footage were checked and verified, but there are no CCTV footage available. In the guard's logbook, Keisha, the secretary of Geronimo, was seen at the day before Geronimo was seen dead. Geronimo's cell phone is also missing. On the conducted interrogation to suspect, Keisha, Estong, Marco, and Brian, each of them has their own statements and alibi. On the conducted investigation, it is also shown that through the pattern of questioning to Estong, he stated that Marco and Geronimo had arguments regarding to a certain amount of money. IOC asked Marco about the war on words of the two before Geronimo was dead, and Marco stated that it was because of his failure to pay the amount of 300,000 pesos, a debt he promised to pay in 3 months after his release from jail. The IOC was also asked how are they related to Keisha, and Marco answered that Keisha was his ex-girlfriend.
According to Estong, he heard some noises on the apartment at around 3:30 p.m. but he did not bother to check because he was busy doing cleaning chores. He then added that he saw the dead body lying on the floor at around 4:30 p.m. after he finished doing cleaning. He also confessed that he took the cell phone of Geronimo because he really wants to have that kind of phone and to have the contact number of Keisha, wherein the cell phone was later recovered. The cell phone was documented, photographed, and delivered to the custody of crime laboratory for further analysis. So that's it for my report. Next reporter, please.
Conclusion: what crime was committed? The crime that was committed was murder, a charge of obstruction, theft.
So hello, we will now tackle on who killed Hieronimo. So who killed Hieronimo? In the present case, Marco shall be held liable for the death of Hieronimo. In this case, supporting evidence against the suspect is not enough, although there are circumstances that happen that can be used to detain or file a case against the suspect, where Marco shall be held liable for the death of Hieronimo, where through the gathering of evidence, it shows that Marco and Hieronimo had a war of words twice, where in the morning and in the afternoon on January 7, 2016.
In addition to whom killed Geronimo, the IOC questioned Marco about the war of words before Geronimo was found dead, and Marco stated about the amount of 300,000 pesos, where supposedly Geronimo will pay in 3 months to Marco after his release from jail. Some supporting evidence taken from Geronimo's cell phone that Marco and Geronimo will meet at a KTV bar at the day of January 9 and 11 around 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. to have a drink. So, yung war of words between Marco and Geronimo was caused by the debt of Geronimo to Marco, which cost around 300,000 pesos. And this war of words was witnessed by Estong in January 7, 2016, in the morning and also in the afternoon. This debt of Geronimo to Marco caused Marco to be angry, and in addition, Marco has only shows the willing motive to kill Geronimo. This is for the reason that Geronimo had 300,000 debt to Marco, and that Marco was last seen with Geronimo together at the KTV bar before Geronimo was found dead in his apartment. So next reporter.
Thank you for that. And as we go deeper into this, what really happened? Estong witnessed war of words between Marco and Geronimo in the morning and in the afternoon along the corridor of the apartment, which pertains to a certain amount of money, which made Geronimo frustrated. Marco, who is known to visit Geronimo's apartment several times, as the investigation reveals that the war of words between Marco and Geronimo was the 300,000 pesos, a debt that was promised by Geronimo to Marco to pay in 3 months after his release to jail. And as we go deeper on the investigation, we have seen a text message in Geronimo's cell phone stating Geronimo and Marco will meet at the KTV bar at the day of January 9 around 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. to have a drink. Next, please.
It was proven that they were together at the KTV bar until the proceeding, time before Geronimo was found dead on his apartment. According to Estong, he heard some noises on the apartment at around 3 p.m. And in the afternoon, they didn't bother to check on it because he was busy during the cleaning course. Estong, the maintenance boy, the apartment found a dead body in the apartment 1014 around 3:30 to 5 p.m. and reported it to Brian, the security guard.
Our recommendation for this case. We recommend for the filing of the case of murder for killing of Geronimo against Marco. According to Article 248 of Act No. 3815 as amended, otherwise known as the Revised Penal Code, murder may be committed by any person who, not falling within the provision of Article 246, also known as parricide, shall kill another, shall be guilty of murder. According to unestablished jurisprudence, murder may be committed by killing another person through the use of a firearm. In this case, the killing was aggravated. We also recommend the filing for the case of obstruction of justice and theft against Estong under the Presidential Decree No. 1829, also known as Penalizing Obstruction of Apprehension and Prosecution of Criminal Offenders. Under the first paragraph of Article 308, the essential elements of theft are the taking of personal property, the property belongs to another, the taking away was done with the intent of gain, the taking away was done without the consent of the owner, and the taking away is accomplished without violence.